Hi everyone, welcome to 30-minute Buns and Guns. Making sure that you have hand weights close by. We can do the class without weights if that's your choice. I have a variety, so I can do lighter or heavier as I need to. Check your space, make sure there's room for your arms, room for your legs. We'll be doing lunges, squats, and work at your own pace. So as we start to march it out, if we go into jacks, if we go into any strides, you're going to work at your own pace. Your intensity level can go higher or lower. It's up to you. Okay, we're always going to have water nearby, so I've got my bottle down there. I may not prompt you, so please take a drink whenever you need one. Deep breath in, and out, and up, and out. And now we're going to start to go into more of a jog. Get those knees up in front. And if you are doing a march, you're just going to lift your knees side to side. If you're doing a jog, getting those knees up nice and high, trying to keep your shoulders back. You'll start to feel your breathing increase, your heart rate increase. You always want to be able to talk through your exercising. You never want to get to a point where you can't carry on a conversation. So the intent of the warm-up is to have the blood flow going to all your muscle groups so that it's safe to start putting them to work. There we go. Bring it down and going into jacks. So I've got some things overhead. I just have to make sure I'm doing this safely. On your feet. You're landing on the balls of your feet. You don't have to press those heels right down, and your knees are soft. If you choose a low impact move, it's a jack side to side. Try and have full range of motion with your arms. Great. 4, 3, 2. Last one, into squats. As we sit back, push your weight over your heels, push your hips back behind you. Pretend there's a short wall in front of your knees that won't allow you to go forward. Lift your toes slightly. Arms can come out as a counterbalance. Now squeeze up. Squeeze up. Your glutes, your inner thighs. Squeeze. Even more of a challenge is squeezing those thighs in together. Trying to keep a closed leg squat. Really work on form when we don't have the added weight. So your warm-up is a chance to check and make sure. Look down at your toes. You should see them through the whole thing. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Jogging. This time I've got my heels coming up to my buns. I can have arms out front if I want more moves. I still want to get more shoulder warm-up going. I almost did today's class out on the deck. Really enjoying the beautiful weather. Hopefully we'll all be outside for some classes coming up. 4, 3, 2, into jacks. Again, check your space, check your landing. Knees are soft. Side to side if you want. Get nice and warm. Filling the heart rate up. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Step wide. Our squats are going to be wide leg squats this time. We still have our hips going back. We still have our knees staying behind our toes. When you look at both legs, knees track in the same direction as each foot, but not going over. When you go low, you lean slightly forward, but don't exaggerate it, not like this. Try to stay up. Good. Keep those shoulders back. Good. Squeeze the inner thighs. Squeeze the glutes. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Good stuff. Okay, bicep curls. So again, we can go, if you have a variety of weights, maybe it's your heavier ones. And we're going to do alternating lunges forward. Step forward, making sure you don't press the knee beyond your toe with a bicep curl. Now, your choice. Right now I'm doing hammer curls. The top of my weight is staying pointed up. I can switch and go into regular bicep curls. I have to just do a little turn of my wrist. Sideways view, watching to make sure knee doesn't go over the toe. The back knee goes down towards the floor. That's how you get your intensity. Do I want to dip down really low? Do I want to stay up a little higher? Keep breathing out. 4. And 3. I'm counting slow to count for both sides. 2. 2. 1 on the right side. 1 on the left side. Good. Put it down. Shake it out. Medium weights for me. So that was 10 I was using. Now I'm going to 7s. And I'm going to tap it out side to side. I'm going to push it up, straight up, one side only. Straight up. Up and down. Up. Enjoying a big stretch along the side of my body when I press up. Good. Up. And now I'm going to curl down. It's up and a curl. And up and a curl. When I curl down, I start to step in my leg, going into a squat. Step up, squat. Step up, squat. Up and down. Lifting the leg to the side. When you're pressing, notice, no longer getting stretches along the side of your body. It's turned into a contraction. Outer thigh. Through the core, all contracting to get the leg up. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Good. Ready to go, second side. Tap it out. So lots of focus on each part of the move. This one here, let's feel the stretch. Left side of the body opening, big stretch. Up, feeling the core work. Now add a curl down, curl, press up, curl, press. Depending on the weight you've got in your hand, you may want to go even slower. That's okay. Starting to bring the right leg in. Bending into a squat. Down. Now we're going to lift up the left leg to the side without leaning to the right. So try to keep those shoulders square with the floor. Feeling the side that once was stretching, now contracting. Up. Good. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Good job. I'm grabbing a drink. It was cool in here. It's warming up. Good. Okay. I'm going to go with a heavier weight, one hand. So I stand on one foot
and I'm hanging on with my right hand. I've got my right foot behind me. What I want to do is hinge from the hips and lift the foot back. So it's a down and a back up. You can touch the ground anytime you need to with your foot when you're standing, or you can keep your challenge going with balance. Standing leg on the left side, don't lock it out. Keep that knee soft. So again, touching or not touching, as you stand up, go nice and tall. Don't speed up. Your challenge comes when you try to go slow. Extending the leg out behind you. Your choice, how high it lifts. One more time this side. Good. So a whole lot of work for that standing leg through the glutes. So switch your stance. Weight is in my left hand. My left foot goes behind me. Balancing on my right foot with a soft knee. I hinge forward and I come up. So your first couple, or maybe the entire move that you're doing, you might be challenging and adjusting your stance. So the arm is just letting the weight hold down. We're not doing any curls, no biceps, no triceps. It's just an added level of intensity for us. Something's pulling us down. We're resisting from going too quick. Keep that standing leg bent. Core tight. Hips, shoulders, square with the floor. 4, 3, 2, last one. Really good. Okay. We're going to continue to hinge the hip and do our over row deadlift. This one is maybe a little easier because we have both feet planted, not really doing balance work. Make sure those knees are soft. Hinge forward, row, extend, deadlift. Over, row, extend, deadlift. Watch those knees that you don't push back and lock them. Keep them soft. Keep your core engaged. Over, row, extend, deadlift. A big squeeze when we stand. Can you feel your weight into your heels? Good. One more time. A drink if you need to. Have different weights close by. If you want to go a little lighter, we're going to do the second set of the move, which is our squat, push, squat, stand. So let's just start with feet pointing forward, knees in the same direction as the toes, but not going over them. Sit back. Just do a couple of squats on their own. Now we add the arms. Shoulder, press, shoulder, stand. Shoulder, press, shoulder, stand. Slightly forward. You don't want to be pushing back behind your head. You should be able to see your hands all the time. Down, press. And again, the heavier the weights, the slower you're going to go. One more. Feeling those glutes working, inner thigh squeezing. Okay, let's combine. Over row, deadlift, squat, push, squat, stand. Here we go. Over row, deadlift up, squat, push, squat, stand. Over row, deadlift, squat, push, squat, stand. Over row, flat back, core tight, deadlift, squat, push, squeeze those legs, squat, stand, squeeze those legs. Over row, deadlift up, squat, push, squat, stand. Good. Okay. We're going to go with a wider stance on our squat. My medium weights. I might go a little higher if I find this one feels like I could add more. So I'm in a wide stance for my squat. Always, let's get the legs going first. Chest up and open. Now we're going to take the weights behind us. And I'm trying to squeeze the elbows close to my ears for the whole move. Here we go, side view. So making sure we're sitting back and down, squeezing those legs. And we're not letting the elbows come forward. They stay by your ears. So if you don't like this move, shorten up the legs. Don't move them at all, just do the arms. This is the way you hit both triceps at the same time. Up. 4, core tight, support your back. We don't want to arch artificially too much, sending the tummy forward. Last one. Good. Okay. Actually, I'm going to go a little lighter. So I'm back onto my 5s, or first time for my 5s. And I've got my taps going wide, side to side, elbow up. I turn and I extend. It's like there's a line that I'm following with my arm. I don't want it to fall down lower than my shoulders. I try to maintain the same level. Now I want to maintain the same level, but actually reach a little further. So there is a shelf beside me here. If I pretended I was trying to place the weight on the shelf, but it's just beyond my reach. Good. And now we're going to bring it back and turn and hinge open. Reach, hinge open. Eyes on the weight the whole time. Always look. And if you find your arm is starting to fall down, go to a lighter weight or no weight at all. 2 and 1. Really good. Let's tap it out again. And let's go second side. So establish that line where you want to keep that arm level. Right here we're getting used to the turn, bringing the hips, knees, and toes with us, and then we start to lean a bit more. And as you lean, feel the core, mostly the side of your waist, working. Good. Now we're going to open to the back, so it's a hinge at the elbow. Reach forward, hinge open. Reach forward, hinge open. As you're tapping those toes, keep squeezing down the legs. Start in the buns. Squeeze all the way down to your toes. 2 more, keep the elbow up. 1 more. Good. Whew. Way to go, everybody. Okay. Wide. And into side lunges. So, as I start to do my lunges, I figure out where my finish point is, and I want to make sure my feet still stay wider than my knees. We don't want to go quick. We're going to go down and up and down. So we're switching side to side. So it's a little bit of a correction. Couple more. Now we're going to stay on this side. Go down, come back to center. So no more shifting your feet. Up. Come back up to your shoulder. Up. Shoulder down towards the floor, shoulder forward. Now I'm going to go a little bit more intense in my legs. Now that I'm comfortable with my arms, my legs, I can go deeper into my lunge. Feeling it in both legs. Don't lock your knee on that extended leg. Keep it soft. 1 more. Good. So nice and slow, and then we've got that rotation where we start to open. So again, more core work. Let's just start here. 1 side. down, up to the shoulder. Helps if your eyes follow. So look down at your toe, then look in front of you as you come up. Good. Checking the knee is not going over your toe. Now intensify on the leg maybe. Can you go deeper into your lunge? Don't straighten that extended leg. Keep it soft. Up, down, up. Big, full rotation. Core is tight to support your back. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Bring it in. Now your choice of weights, I'm going to go a little heavier. And I'm just, first of all, just going to rest the weight. I can even place the weights on my shoulder and hold on with my hands to keep it safe. But eventually, I want to be able to press when I want to. So I'm just going to squat and up and squat and up and squat and up. Ready to add on? We're going to squat up, then up onto the toes. And up and down. So squat low, stand, toes, stand, squat, stand, toes, stand, squat. With the toes, press. And with the squat, curl, press, curl, press, slowly. Working on balance as we come up onto those toes. Got less surface area touching the ground. We do enough of these, the calves start to sing. Yep. Up. Now, if you don't like that, you know what you can do? Up onto your toes, you can do the squat, just hanging the weights. It is still adding a little bit more intensity. Squat, lift, squat, lift, squat, lift. Last time, up. Good. So, hitting the back of the calves there, little extra work. Okay. Going into our skater move, so we touch back, touch back, touch back. Now start to lean a bit more. Gauge the core, palms face up. Press forward, press forward. Adjust the weight, do a couple. Decide if this is where you want to be. Take that tap a little wider. So go back on an angle, sort of. Because we're going to touch, squat, touch, squat. And it's more of a wide leg squat. Good. Still sending those hips back when we squat. Next level if you want. When you come up, lift. Squeezing all the way down the back of the leg. Core tight. Good. Squeeze. 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Excellent work. Plant your feet under your hips. So just about 2 fists apart down there. Bend the knees. Shoulders back, chest open. Nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Shoulders back, bent elbows. Go down 2 times, back up 2 times, switch to the other side, and back up. So it's down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. I'm trying to freeze my hips so they're not swaying out to the side. So that really makes me think about the hinge point is through the waist. And that's where you really feel it. One side opens, the other side contracts, And then it switches. The open side starts to contract to bring you back. Pull the belly in. Check your knees. Down for 2 and up. And down for 2 and up. Good. Let's get rid of those weights. And let's do the pendulum. So I stand on one leg with a soft knee. I bring my leg forward, soft knee, toes pointing in. I try to bring it down and pass over the floor without touching, but if you do, that's okay. And then I lift to the back, and I choose to lean or not. Toe and hip facing down. So up and back and up. So we already did a move like this earlier. And again, we're going to find both legs are getting a workout. You can see me wobbling. So I'm working through the balance challenge. If I touch down, that's okay. Forward and back. Let's bring it down. Get ready to ground on your second foot. Lift forward, toes pull in, and we slowly pass. If you can, you try to pass over the floor without touching so that you're working balance the entire time. If you feel like you want to touch, that's perfectly okay. Going slower makes it more difficult. If we went really, really quick, we'd get the pendulum swing going with momentum. And we want it going with control. Couple more. One last time to the back. Good. Okay, let's grab a drink. And we're going to get ready to stretch it out. If your heart rate is still up, you're going to walk it out a little bit. Deep breath in and out and up and out. And let's bring those hands together, grab on, push the palms up to the ceiling, slowly bringing them forward with your thumbs pointing down. Press away from your body with the heel of each palm and stretch down the back of your arms. Bring it down, shake it out, deep breath. Clasp those hands together this time, pull forward with your palms facing you, thumbs up. And you pull away from your upper body and you feel the stretch through shoulders, upper back, neck. Good. Bring it down. Bring those hands together behind you. Now, you can keep them here on your hips. You can grab together. You can actually start to lift as well. So what we don't want to do is lift and lean. So if you're lifting, we still want to have that chest nice and tall and open. Shake it out. Stretch the triceps. We can grab on and support, not pull, just support. Try to have the elbow pointing up, bicep by your ear. Other side. Still bringing that heart rate down. Good. Okay, going into a nice long stance. So going on an angle so you can see various parts of the stance. The feet on both legs are going straight ahead. The back leg is not going on an angle. I really bend into my front thigh, lean on it for support. Trying not to open like this, but rather keep my shoulders level with the floor. Back knee bends slightly as I press the back heel into the floor and really stretch those calves. So we were working them a little bit. We want to make sure we give them a good stretch. Slowly come back, shoulders over hips, up onto the ball of your foot. Press forward. You can stay here or you can sink down a little lower and get more intensity. Hip flexor and through the quads. Arm comes across my body with the shoulder staying down. I hug the arm in a little bit. And I can lean my head in the direction of these extended fingers. Head up. And bring the foot in halfway, toes again, still pointing forward. Sit back, and now pivot with the toes up on the front foot. You're pivoting on your heel. You still have this front knee slightly bent. If you want to, you can reach out the arm and sit back. So this is your counterbalance, so you can sit those hips back even more. Bring it down, slowly roll up. And the back really enjoys that stretch nice and slow. Let's switch our stance. So always make sure you've got your second side forward here. Do all those checks. Toes pointing in the same direction, back knee slightly bent, back heel pressing into the floor. Leaning forward with tight core. Engage. I always forget how loud that is. And getting a great stretch in the calf. Coming up, shoulders over your hips, up onto the ball of your foot. Press forward with your hips. Stay here or sink down lower, your choice. Arm across your body. Hand goes below your elbow. Relax your shoulder down. Lean your head away from that shoulder in the direction of those fingers that are outstretched. Slowly bring the head back, release the arm. Come up and step in halfway, hands on the back thigh. Sit back as though you're going to sit on a chair. Your front knee is bent and you pivot on the heel. Lift those toes back towards your nose. You're feeling a stretch in the glute, hamstring, and the calf of that extended leg. And again, here we go. We can push an arm out as a counterbalance. Toe down, roll up slow. Last stretch for the quads. So lean on something or work on your balance. Standing leg, soft knee. Try to do it first with your thighs close together and then move the leg that's going to get the stretch, the one you're not standing on. We're going to move it slightly to the back. So the knee is slightly behind your standing leg. Press forward with your hips. Squeeze your buns. And if you want to, you can actually try to push away with your foot and your hand resists and tries to pull back in. All of that extra work just gives you a bigger stretch through the quads. Bring it down, switch. So again, I bring up the foot or I can grab onto a pant leg. I start with my legs together and then I move slightly back with the leg that I'm going to be stretching. Standing leg, soft knee. I press my hips forward, I squeeze my buns, I can push my foot away and then pull back in and resist with my hand. Trying not to let the knee rise up to the side. Bring it down. Deep breath in. Let it go. Up. Let it go. Up, stretch, stretch, stretch. Side to side. And bring it down. Roll those shoulders. Great job, everyone.